This is the Subaru WRX for 2022, the latest edition of the long-running Japanese hot sedan. But does it live up to the reputation of its predecessors? Let's find out more today. It's time for Family Wheels. If you like what you see, then give Family Wheels a like. It helps spread the word. Subscribe and click the little bell to be notified as each review comes out. And if you've got thoughts about the car, leave a comment. Thanks. This is the 5th generation of WRX. The engine is a different size, but horsepower is about the same. Its styling has not radically changed, but the front end looks cleaner and fender bulges add aggression without going overboard. Inside are important structural improvements. Subaru says this WRX has 28% more torsional rigidity and 75% more rigidity in its suspension point mounts. That's the kind of talk you might hear from race engineers. Series of S-curves shows you that the WRX handles really quite well. And remember, this car has winter tires, snow tires on, and yet very predictable, very neutral, and thanks in large measure to, well, good suspension design, but also the Subaru full-time all-wheel drive. I also like that there are no driving mode adjustments in the WRX. You bought a WRX. What mode do you expect? Sporty, firm, sharp throttle response. Let's check out the handling by going through an on-ramp. Nice sweeping turn onto the highway. Very balanced all the way through. Not a lot of mild understeer, nothing serious. It's it keeps you from crashing the thing. I do love the engine note from the flat 4-cylinder 2.4-liter turbocharged engine. But here at highway cruising speed, in top gear, 6th gear, pulling 2,000 RPM, you don't really notice the engine at all. In fact, mostly you hear road noise depending on the surface, which means that the WRX, despite being a performance vehicle, could also be a freeway commuter. This is such an easy car for driving stick, and most of them are sold that way. The clutch is nice and light, gear shifter perfectly gated, you always know where you are, and if you have any question about it, there's a number down here to tell you what gear you're in. Currently 3rd. That's all great especially if you're new to driving a manual or haven't driven one in a long time. It's really improved. Well, this ought to be fun. Let's take the WRX down our neighborhood bumpy road. Hard riding car. Yeah, it's firm all right, but that's what you sign up for. It's actually a little better than I expected, because this car, every irregularity in the road you hit, you're notified of that. But here on a quite bumpy road, it's really not all that bad, relatively speaking. The interior layout for the driving enthusiast is just about perfect. These seats are certainly comfortable. They've got this artificial material, Alcantara or whatever, to keep you in place and keep you comfortable. The bolstering is just about right for a person of my frame, and I'm fairly slim. If you're of a larger build, you may want to try it out for a while with the side bolsters here. None of this is adjustable, by the way, as it is on some more expensive cars. We have seat heat. We don't at this spec have a heated steering wheel, which I find a bit of an omission. However, the heat outlets up here warm your hands up really fast, so maybe a heated steering wheel isn't a necessity. The gauge layout is simple, straightforward. It gives you all the information. Not a lot of adjustability. Frankly, there's too much on a lot of modern cars. You can get what you want up here in terms of engine performance or entertainment or directions right in the center. Well, drivers these days want screens, and boy, has the WRX ever got one. It's huge. However, there are too many controls that are virtual. They're within the menus. Yes, we can make the temperature go up and down. If I want to adjust the fan speed, They are virtual down here. The other thing is this giant screen is reflecting a lot of sun in my eyes right now, so that's a bit of an annoyance. We could do with at least a couple more hard buttons or hard controls here in the center stack. The trunk is more than 2 cubic feet smaller than that of the Honda Civic sedan and has a high liftover, but it does hold our typical cargo: 3 bags of groceries, a backpack, and a stroller. If you've got a young family, but you still want the sportiness of a vehicle like the WRX, I've got good news. The rear-facing child seat, the kind that takes up the most room, is behind me. Up front, I'm 5 feet 11 inches tall, 180 centimeters, and my knees just clear the glove box door. And the back seat of the WRX is sporty enough. Got ample knee room here. Got some niceties at this spec. Heated rear seats as well as 2 USB ports, however, no HVAC at the back. The WRX in most trims is pretty basic, especially the interior, but the updated styling and big screen do add to the power and handling recipe. So does its very competitive price, which is a good thing because the WRX has formidable rivals including the Volkswagen Golf GTI and Golf R, Toyota GR Corolla, Hyundai Kona N, and Honda Civic Type R. By the way, EyeSight is Subaru's name for a safety suite of adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, pre-collision throttle management that cuts power to prevent lurching into a vehicle or object, and lane departure warning. It's only available with the automatic transmission, hence the higher price. While these safety features would be nice to have on the 6-speed manual, the drawback of a continuously variable transmission in this ready-for-action car is a huge turnoff. A negative for an unknown number of potential customers is that Subaru dropped the WRX STI with its 310 horsepower and kidney-shaking sport tuning. That's our look at the Subaru WRX. I'm impressed by its continuing dedication to the original concept. But what do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.